What's up, Oldham County? Welcome back to round 4 of this Sports Insider.
Colonel Pride not only creates Coaches of the Year, but also state champions.
Swim team dives in the state.
As frost thaws out, the hardwood heats up as we're in the postseason of girls and boys basketball. He's Garrison Simpson.
And he's Stephen Hall. All this and more on round 4 of this Sports Insider, brought to you by OTVX.
Colonel Pride takes state by storm. Aaron Reardon, Wrestling Coach of the Year. Max Emerson, 182-pound weight class, state champion. And Brady Emerson, 152-pound weight class, state runner-up.
Great job, Colonels.
Everybody stand up. Let's get loud and proud. Let's introduce our 2016 state championship wrestling team. Come on out, guys. State champ.
This was Coach Hood's first year at Oldham County with the Lady Colonels in the head coaching position. Regular season 11-16, also district runner-up, and making it to the regional tournament. I can't say that's a bad year for them. Understanding they're not above 500, but honestly that's okay. But like we said, it's his first year, and if you look at it, they're only losing essentially 2 seniors, mainly one though, because Rachel Cameron was injured for basically the whole season. So they only lost 1 senior, and Shannon Rush. They're coming up with a great all-tournament team by Kylie Nuremberger. She's a junior, so she'll be a senior. Good position roles by Allie Korzanowski, also a junior, taking on that senior position. I think they're reloading. The youth was definitely a big factor this season, but they're going to learn. They experienced a lot at the varsity level, and things can only look up for Coach Hood and his team next year. So as we're saying right now, Coach Hood in next season only better.
Yeah, and you got to think about who everyone else is going to have. You know, South Oldham, they have several key players, them coming back, but the Lady Colonels are still able to outplay them in both games this season.
And with the Trumbull County class that they have, they're all seniors, I believe. Or
Kaylee Clifford's a junior. Shelby Black is a senior.
But Shelby Black is a very key player for that Lady Raiders team, and without her, they're going to be hurt essentially.
And you know, next year it's Coach Hood's 2nd season, and you never know, they could be looking at a district championship. This past Tuesday night, our Oldham County Lady Colonel basketball team was not able to knock off Coach Osborne's running rebels from Owen County. Hats off to you Lady Colonels for a great season. Boys basketball season was no disappointment by far, winning their 6th straight district championship in Coach Z's 3rd season as head coach.
Well, Stephen, when you think about this boys team, we learned a lot. Obviously, we've been there for the majority of those home games, calling them, announcing them, also working with Pegasus, and we got a chance that maybe not all the other kids or other parents got to see. we stayed with them over winter break at the Pegasus Sports Winter Classic. So we've really grown with this team over this year. And what's one thing that you want to say about this team that you think you've seen?
Well, being able to be at every basketball game, essentially, watching them play every game, no matter if you're announcing, you're calling with Pegasus, you're cheering for your team. And, you know, I've watched this team. This is one of those years that every game they played, you could notice they get better and better and better. And they had a couple losses that, you know, they should have won, like, for instance, South Oldham and Crestwood, a double-digit loss, but that's not something to look at now, looking back on. It's not something you look back on as a bad thing. You know, it was a good learning experience, and look what happened in the district championship.
I would honestly, like you said, not a bad thing. I would rather lose in the regular season than lose tournament time. So the way that those boys learned from their mistakes on January 8th down there in South Oldham to now becoming district champions and really taking over that game and having full control, and essentially just what a turnaround for them.
Yeah, and you know, early in season, Ronald McDonald Classic, they played a Valley team who had a really, really one of the best games of their season.
Great
and
night.
They won by 2. You know, not something to look back on as a bad thing. You know, looking at them now, there's nothing you can look back on this season as anything bad. You know, every game they played, they learned something and they improved every time they hit the court.
And we talked about youth with the girls basketball team, and it's almost a little bit of the same thing. Maybe not 8th graders or freshmen, but this boys team has a good junior class coming up that are going to be seniors next year with Ishmael Jones and Ryan Heelan, and those are 2 kind of essentially good players at the varsity level that really helped during this season, stepping up when they needed to be, Ishmael being a starter. And sophomores, Zach Larimore filling big shoes, Travis Henderson playing really big minutes when Jacob Bates was out with a concussion at the beginning of the season, and Jackson Gibson, he had his ups and downs, but really, if you look at that district championship game, the way he penetrated the paint, pulled up with that little floater, he's learning his game, and he's understanding what he needs to do to be out there on the floor.
And for Travis Henderson and Jackson Gibson, coming into next season, they've started past couple years varsity, and Zach Larimore has seen a lot of time. So you brought up a good point there, because they're going to be 3 key players to next year's team.
And these 4 seniors along on this team, Brandon Johnson, Clayton Worth, Griffin McClarty, and Jacob Bates, they've been around winning for a long time, and they know how to get it done in the postseason. Last year, making it to the regional championship, losing to Collins, 1 game away from state. So it's going to be really impressive to see how much experience at this varsity level will take the Colonels.
And for any other team in the district, region, or out of region, when they see Oldham County on their schedule, that's a game for them that's always highlighted. You know, when you think of Oldham County basketball, you're going to think of winning 6 straight district championships. You know, 20-8 this season. The Colonels don't lose a lot in basketball. So it's always, you know, Coach C knows what he's doing with his boys, and, you know, I think next year they're going to be just as tough in the district tournament as they was this year.
Well, that wraps up round 4 of this Sports Insider, brought to you by OTVX. He's Stephen Hall.
And he's Garrison Simpson. Be sure to come to Henry County tonight as our Colonels take on the Henry County Wildcats at 6:30. See you next time on round 5 of the Sports Insider.
But all in all, like we said, really a great season to the boys, and we cannot wait to see how they're going to take on the regional tournament.
And I don't know about you, Garrison, but I've had a lot of fun not only doing Pegasus and announcing with the boys, but being at the girls' games, doing Pegasus with the girls' games and announcing the girls' games. I've had a lot of fun this season.
It's one thing to watch a team, and it's another thing to experience what we've had with the team and how we've just grown with them, and almost like being a part of the team itself. So,
yeah.
well, it's one thing that you are looking forward to, is seeing this team in the tournament play.
Like I said, they're getting better every game, and I think no matter who they play, even if the boys go play Owen County again, which is right now, as we all know, one of the best teams in the region, I think they're still going to give them a challenge, and I think it's going to be a good game because they just keep getting better, and they're a tough team to play no matter who they're playing.